Hello, bhai. How are you?
Good. Chalo. So, just wanted to ask you a few things about where your journey has been, right? Bhai, I mean, you've been with me for a while now, few years, I would say, and it has been a journey.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, one of the first things I wanted to ask you is, take you back from even when we met, the first time we met. But how was your life? Your professional life, your personal life. How was it before you even sought any mentorship and any coaching of any style?
By now looking back at what my life was before I got coaching or before I started seeing you, reminds me of a hamster wheel. You know the hamster wheel?
Yeah.
Where the hamster gets on the wheel and then it starts chasing its own tail, but it doesn't go anywhere,
Right.
I think my life was that. I thought I was a really good dentist because I was doing pretty well when I was employed by someone else. That made me think that if I own my own practice, all the thing that I do will be mine. That's what my mentality was.
Sure.
So I opened my own practice. Then I realized I was working as a dentist, I was working as a receptionist, I was working as a manager, I was working as a cleaner, I was working as a janitor, I was working as everything. And at the end of the day, didn't have any money to take home. So before DDC, what I would like to say is before DDC, my business skills were so poor that in spite of me considering myself a really good dentist, I wasn't going anywhere.
And how's your personal life?
Personal life, I've got a daughter, who's 7. She's 7.5 now. I think in her earlier years, the image of father for my daughter was actually the photo frame we had, the wedding frame with me and my wife, because she used to see more of that than me. So I used to work crazy hours. I used to work around 10, 12 hours a day, Monday to Friday, and even Saturdays I used to go at 7:30, 8 in the morning till 3 o'clock. I used to pump it out, but it wasn't productive enough. When you're doing things and if you're not doing it the right way, you're just trying to hustle hard, but the effort is going in all directions, so you're not focused. That is where I was. It was very chaotic, getting massages every week, coming home and crashing, being cranky. But once I started getting everything right, thank you so much, man. You've done so much for me. I'm getting goosebumps now, Dr. K. You know what? You've changed my life. You've changed my life. You know what? I used to live to work back then, but now I live because of my family and I live because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't live to repay the loans anymore.
Yeah.
I don't live to just bring food home. I don't work just to bring food on the plate. I just live a full life now, contented life.
Love it. So, saying that also, being in the program, getting coached and mentored by me over the last few years, what has changed? What has changed in terms of the business, and then what has changed in terms of your life? Let's talk about the business first.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go for it.
My favorite number is 4. Are you ready? Hold on to your chairs. What I was grossing in 1 year is what I do it in 2.5 months now.
Wow.
So the production of the practice has grown 4-fold. Okay? I said magic number is 4.
Oh, yes.
I work not more than 4 days a week.
Yes.
Okay, so on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's time for myself, for my family. I take my daughter out to the park, and I play, I go swimming now. I spend time with my family, I watch movies, I just enjoy, I do what I like to do.
Yeah.
So life has not changed only professionally. it's the full spectrum of life that has changed.
I like it that you're stressing more about how the life has changed while I asked you about the business, which I know you're coming to, but I love that you answered that first because, well, like we all believe that whatever we're doing in life, pursuing in life, it has to affect life, not just business.
No, yeah.
No. So tell me about the business.
Why?
What has changed? What has moved differently, team-wise, culture, strategies?
Very nice question. I used to lose a lot of team members. DAs and receptionists used to stay not more than 4-6 months, and they never used to gel with each other. Neither did they. I could sense that they didn't like coming to work. And the reason, you know what was? The reason was me. So when I became a better leader, my whole team started aligning better. So we could solve the team problems much in a smoother way. So now we've got, to be honest, I take pride in my team now. I'm not lying to you. I think my team is one of the best teams ever that I have had. And not just that, also I see a lot of other dental practices, and I think my team is better than any other dental practices out there.
Wow, that's something proud to say.
And I shouldn't be saying them as my team, they're my work family.
Love it. And funny enough that we are having this conversation here in Star City in Sydney. And you've specifically come here with your team members and your family for the business award, the National Business Awards.
Yeah, the Business Champion Awards. And we've been nominated as the finalists for the Business Champion Awards.
You know what I loved about what we just had lunch with today, and I'm doing this impromptu with you. You were not even ready for this. But thank you for doing this. But one of the things you told me is that you have your winning speech ready. That's part of the winning mindset, though, isn't it?
True. I don't know if I'm going to win or not, but I've got my speech ready.
I love it. That's awesome.
But on the other hand, just to correct you, it's not the award that I win. I've already won.
Yeah.
I've got a fantastic team. I've got a fantastic practice.
Yeah.
And I've been serving the population of Townsville and surrounding people with their smiles. Not just one, it's a life-changing smile. And I think I'm pretty content. I'm good. That is the actual trophy for me.
Yeah, I love it.
That is the real trophy.
True leader spoken.
Oh.
That was nice. I wish your team is here or can hear this right now,
They will.
So tell me, I asked you how your life, business and professional life and personal life was before we ever met, and now how you are now a few years later, still learning, still going, still absorbing everything, because growth is a constant change. But what I would really want to know is what made that decision for you to even start with coaching and mentorship with me? Like, what was that decision?
Very good question, Bhai. I had opened my practice and I was working from 8 in the morning till probably 8:30 at night, like 12-hour days, 5 days a week. And then my DS were taking more money home than I was. Quite frustrated. I was really frustrated. Okay, and I saw your ad on Facebook while I was eating, and I saw that you could help practices grow. So if you ask what made me sign up to you, there are 2 factors, right? 2. First one is desperation. I was desperate enough to not go bankrupt. I was really desperate to actually put food on my family's plate. I was really desperate to have a roof on my family's head. And I was desperate to not let my practice sink. Okay? And 2, Second thing was hope. I had hope in myself and I had hope in you too. Because don't think that you are my first mentor. I've gone through a few mentor companies before. However, I've gained from everyone. I should be really fair. I've gained from everyone bits and pieces. On the other hand, after starting my journey with you, I've been doing this for what? Easy 5 years. And I'll tell you one thing. Every year, the content is new. I'm coming and joining for your next year DDC2, 6th year. 6th year I'm joining. I know that your content will be contemporary and new. That is the magic you got by. So to answer in short, what made me join you was desperation to not seek and a hope that I can win.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and I love that you say that, because I guess there's a lot of people when they first meet me, I see a lot of pain in them. And my first question to them is that why are you not seeking help? Because I've taken years to learn what I teach you guys and train you guys on, and I'm there to help. And I'm like, just the first thing you do is to take the next step, which is just ask how I can help you guys. And like you said, you need to have hope. Hope is a big thing, and I guess anyone who's struggling in life has some level of desperation, in any area of life. I love that answer. So here's the next thing I want to ask you, right? What are the 3 to 5 tangible results you've seen? I know you've mentioned income. You've like 4 times you mentioned that word. 4 times the income, which is phenomenal. Like that's next level, right? What other tangible outcomes can you share? Or
But it's a very ambiguous question you're asking. But what I would like to say is, what I would like to actually say here is, I would rather talk more about what I've gained, tangible, is I've gained true friends.
Oh, wow. Okay.
True friends. You know why? You know why? You have to hang around with like-minded proximity so that you don't feel like your achievements are bragging.
Yeah.
If I tell you what my tangible outcomes are, it might sound unrealistic to some, or a few people might feel that I'm just bragging.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for me to actually tell what I've gained. I might say, I'm doing a multi-million-dollar dental practice. We are expanding now more. And then if I have to buy a $150,000 car or something, I just pay cash up front. It's not that I need to take a loan for it. Or tangibly, if you say to buy a CEREC scanner or Prime Scan or iTero scanner or whatever it needs, $150,000 worth of equipment, I don't need to talk to my banker. I go through my finances. If the business demands that equipment to make more, the business can afford to buy it. We've got the freedom of choice to buy what the business wants when it wants.
Yeah, love it.
And the freedom of buying choice is not dependent on the banker to say yes or no.
Yeah. That the word is freedom.
Freedom, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you ask what I didn't know, imagine this way: if a person is using a Nokia 3300, he doesn't know what it is to have an iPhone 16 Pro or a Samsung, the latest model of whatever it is. Before I did this program, I was one of those. I didn't know what I didn't know. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to know that I need to bloody learn the skills of business management. I had to learn leadership qualities. I had to learn marketing. I had to learn customer experience thing. I had to learn about retention. I had to learn about branding. There's a lot of things that I had to learn, and I didn't even know that I had to learn all those things. And by learning those, my tangible assets have started increasing on its own. To be honest, I've gone to a point in my life where I don't do this for money. We do it because of passion, the lifestyle. You know, my biggest asset is, you know what? My family, my team members.
Yeah.
My team members are my family.
Well said. Well said.
My second biggest asset is my patrons, my patients who come, sit on the chair, expose their vulnerabilities, show their weaknesses with the hope that I can change their smile. I can change their life. I can get them to face the community with confidence. That is the passion that drives me now.
Beautifully said, right? Beautifully said. I love that you say that, now priority is living life with family, with friends, with the work culture, and serving your patients to get the best outcomes and transformations. Love it, love it. You did mention that one of the things you really enjoyed throughout this program also is the proximity, which is the tribe you're hanging around with, the people you hang around with, right? So why would you say something like that?
One of the worst punishments a human can get is solitary confinement. Do you agree with that? All the bloody dentists out there live a solitary life.
We do. A lot of us. Yeah.
It's not like a medical profession where they've got hospital interactions, there's a multidisciplinary approach. We all open our practices and we get into a cocoon. We don't discuss things with other dentists because there's a lot of professional jealousy, or I would say there's a lot of professional insecurities that they don't discuss things with other dentists. And this puts them into a little cocoon. And that's really depressing.
It is. We've all been there. We've all been there, yeah.
But we've all been there, and I'll tell you, 99% of the dental owners out there are in that position because they don't know what it is to have a true proximity, a real club. The Destiny Design Club that I've been seeing over the last few years actually, last 4-5 years, we see a group. I can now tell you that I've got a group of people that are there for me.
Correct. Supporting you.
To support me. And we discuss a lot of things. We discuss about marketing strategies, what worked, what failed. We discuss about investments, what worked, what failed. It's not only about learning the gains, we also talk about losses. So we don't learn what to do, we also learn what not to do. And you do it only with a close group of friends, which I have found through DDC.
Yeah. And in saying that, and I completely agree, and we do this every day. We have a nice WhatsApp group, we are chatting different topics, people are sharing the cases.
Sometimes it just happens over a Zoom call.
Yeah, we have regular Zoom calls as well, that's true. And we're always learning something from each other. That's one of the big things. And interestingly, we've all found that we are not always talking about what works for us or what successes are. We also talk about where we are going wrong, where we are having our failures, which is interesting because I think we all learn from that as well, from other people's mistakes as well.
100%. And not just that, we also learn what the future is.
Yeah.
A few of our club members, they talk about this robotic implant placement. There are a few others who talk about artificial intelligence in it. And there's always something new. There's so much contributions coming from people that we collective knowledge or collective wisdom just goes multifold.
100%. And we have fun.
And fun is, but on the other hand, have you realized that even though I call this, the analogy I use is in Africa, you've got the game parks, you've got every lion has got a pride, and every pride has got their own hunting grounds. So you are a lion in your hunting ground. Okay? You've made me a lion in my hunting ground, and there are a lot of other gangster of a dentist practice owners out there who are now dominating in their areas. But it's so fun that all of us, we just have fun.
Yeah, a pride
together.
And a tribe.
A pride and a tribe.
Yeah, pride and a tribe.
And a tribe that we can take pride of.
True. Last question, guys. So anyone really wanting to pursue this path, to join Destiny Design Club, to have mentorship, coaching, be part of the tribe, be part of everything we do in terms of growth, leadership, business, marketing, but at the end of the day, having a better life. What message would you give them?
What message? There's a saying, thinkers are thinkers, doers are doers. There are two types of people. One set of people, they just think and they dream and they never accomplish anything because they don't do. And there's a second set of people. They may think, may not think, but they do. And the doers actually achieve more. Because they get to know all the strategies to do.
Yeah.
So, Destiny Design Club, what is a piece of advice for people who are looking into it? Is that what you're asking me to do? Destiny Design Club is not for everyone. You know, if a person does not want to grow, they shouldn't be coming to DDC.
True.
If a person is there to grow, he's got the hunger to grow, he wants to be he or she wants to be a better practice owner, or if the person wants to live a more contented life, a more happier life, it's basically work smart, work less, earn more, give more to the community, give more to their family. That kind of a people are perfect, suitable candidates for DDC. A person who's just thinker, who doesn't want to grow, I don't think he needs to be a part of this club anyway.
True. Right. Thank you for sharing this. The reason I wanted to have a quick chat regarding your journey over DDC and everything you've shared magically. I mean, I think this will help other people. We just wanted to share with other people as well that what is DDC all about. With DDC, we call it the Destiny Design Club, and that is a 1-year mentorship and coaching program. I say it's a 1 year, but it's generally a lifetime.
It's a lifetime course,
my intention, my job is to help everyone grow, and not just in their practices, but in their mind, in their life, in all ways. But thank you, Bhai. Thank you.
My one last sentence. When I was 2015, I lost my dad in 2014, and I had $1 million plus loan on the practice in 2015. Marketing was bad, patients were not coming. I was working hard, struggling hard. And then one phone call that I made around 12:30, 12:45 to you has changed my life. So first of all, thank you so much. Okay. Secondly, if a person like me can change, I think anyone can change. Anyone can change. So it's a no-brainer because I've been seeing your courses, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, for 5-6 years I've been seeing your programs. It's an absolute no-brainer for anyone that wants to grow. I really wish them the best of luck, and I'm pretty keen to meet all of them when they join the program.
Last but not least, bro, all the best for tonight. And my sincere wish is that you guys win tonight.
I'm manifesting. I've got my winning speech ready.
That's it.
If I don't do the winning speech this Avi, I'll be doing it in my practice anyway.
Win.